From seasoned explorers to first-time trekkers, For Every Adventure is your outdoor guide.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. I'm Kyle. Hello, Chanel.
Hey, Kyle, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is For Every Adventure, brought to you by Outdoor Warehouse. Are you excited for today's episode?
I'm really excited because we've got a well-known guest with us today, and he's also an adventurer, which always helps.
Definitely. So this is an actor, a producer, writer, a director. You'll know him as Angus Buchan in Faith Like Potatoes, Hansie from the Hansie Cronje movie, and so much more. He also taught a lot of English-speaking South Africans Afrikaans, helping them prep for the Mondeling with Seelandelaan.
That's yes. Tiaan. Remember Tiaan? How can you forget?
He's not Doopie and he's not Sergeant de Kok, but he is the host of Hier Sit Die Manne on Via.
Hier Sit Die Manne. So we'll be chatting to Frank Rautenbach today. Let's get right into it.
Get all the outdoor gear and expert advice you need right here on the For Every Adventure podcast.
Okay, so as we said, Hier Sit Die Manne. It's a show on Via. Firstly, let me just say a big welcome to you, Frank Rautenbach, and welcome here to For Every Adventure.
Very nice to be with you guys today. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. We're excited to relive a weekend, an action-packed weekend you had with Outdoor Warehouse, from hiking and scenic trails and casting a line for fresh catches to setting up camp, cooking on the braais. So we're going to discuss a few of your favorite moments. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of the must-have products you used on this weekend, the lessons you learned, as you always do when you go outdoors, eh? And yeah, seasoned adventurer. I think for this episode, I made a long list of things that you are, but maybe for this episode, outdoor enthusiast is maybe the best
That's
description.
absolutely fine. Yeah.
Or would you call yourself a seasoned adventurer?
I would call myself a seasoned adventurer in life. As far as outdoors are concerned, my adventures are like surfing, stuff like that. I do enjoy a very good hike and a very good trail run.
Okay.
I must say I hang out quite a bit with my mate Nick Panagio. You guys know him from Survivors.
Yes.
So Nick and I enjoy a good run. Good
We can just
outdoor
imagine
time.
the two of you on your running adventures.
100%.
But also this show, Hier Sit Die Manne, it's not only about adventure. It's like included, or it includes wellness. There's a bit of sport. Mm-hmm. There's a bit of everything, life in general, and things that inspire you. Am I right?
Yeah. So I think to give the flavor of what Hier Sit Die Manne is, and definitely you mentioned it earlier, there is also dames op Hier Sit Die Manne. It's not just dudes. But the idea was to create a show for men with this general interest. Okay. And so I said to them when they first approached me that the heart of the show for me must be, how do we make someone who's watching the show a hero in their story?
Okay.
So this show's not, I said to them, look, it can't be about me. It can't be about my sort of man cave and my little thing. It's got to be, I want guests on there, if it's a rugby player or whatever, not to tell me how much they can bench only. Of course, I want to know that part. Yeah. But I want to know that when the chips were down, you had an injury. How did you come back from that? Because success is such an elusive thing that I almost think that success more often than not happens to you as opposed to you making it happen.
Wow.
However, when it comes to losses and to struggles and stuff like that, that's just a general experience of everybody in life. But the way you struggle out of those losses, that's where there's a lot of richness. And so like Caroline Leaf said, don't live out of your wounds, but live out of your scars. Living out of your wounds means I make everybody else feel what I'm feeling because it's, because how can life be this hard? But when you live out of a scar, you've got a gift that you can give someone else and say, hey man, been there, done that. I feel for you. I know it's hard, but here's how I got out of it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Does it make sense?
So inspirational.
Yeah.
So whenever I speak to my guests, that's what I'm hoping for. It's what I'm aiming for, because I'm going, the little boy who's sitting there is maybe, like a Cheslin Colby's height, and he can't imagine himself solving this problem of being small, but he wants to be a rugby player or whatever. Maybe there's some nuggets there for him, or, whatever it is. Someone's had a career-ending injury. How did they cope with that? Oh no, they pivoted and they did this. So yeah, that's to me how you make the people who are watching a hero in their own story.
I just Love that.
It is.
And
Yeah,
I can
great
hear
show.
that your goal here is also to inspire. It's not
Oh, good
just to
job.
entertain.
Yeah.
Are there any core moments from the seasons in the show that really stand out to you?
There are. I mean, they're definitely, they're like guests that I meet that like, I'm astounded at their story, you know, or the kind of resilience. One thing that is kind of crazy that stood out for me is Rhino Nell. He's the Rhino, the South African Rhino, strongest man in the world
Yes.
guy. So when he came onto the show, he wasn't yet the world champ, but we knew he was going to the world championship. And so we're like, dude, we want to see like how strong you are for real, for real. Okay. I weigh between 79, 80 kgs given, you know, whatever
Okay.
day. And we said, oh, can you pick Frank up? He literally picked me up like I was a toddler. Like he wasn't straight. He didn't go, he didn't. He literally, I was swept up into his arms like I was a baby. And then he stood there and he was just like laughing and everyone was like, eyes were wide. And we're like, and he says, you know what, how much you weigh? And I said, 80 kg. He says, you know, there's one of the disciplines we have to do is we have to toss an 80 kilogram rock.
No.
And I've tossed it about, I think he said 3.2 or 3.5 meters. So he literally could go into a bar and throw you over the counter.
Wow.
And
Okay.
not sweat, you know what I mean?
That's incredible.
No, so it was a bizarre experience to be around someone who's that insanely strong because at the time his record was for deadlift was just over 400 kgs.
Sure.
To put that in perspective, that's 3.5 Ibn Etzebets that he can pick up.
Yo.
Is he available for the test this weekend? Maybe.
No, sure. Well,
Could be interesting. So Frank, recently on Hier Sit Die Manne, we kitted you out with some of our outdoor gear from Outdoor
Yes.
Warehouse, and that was for this weekend away. Can you tell us where you went and what the idea was?
yeah, so we jumped in a Isuzu Bakkie and we all cruised out Gaudini way
Yeah.
and we were at Trouthaven at Dwarsberg.
Yes.
And so we were out there. That's where we set up camp and everything. And it was freezing cold, but absolutely beautiful. I mean, this place just takes your breath away. And it's really, the reception sucks. So there's literally no reception, which is absolutely perfect.
It's the
for
best.
the
Totally
kind
agree.
of weekend to get away. Like even if you wanted to, you can't. And so, yeah, that's where we headed out. And my mom actually grew up in that area. She grew up in Gaudini and Rawsonville. So it was really cool.
Sounds like a part of you.
That isolation to me is an essential part of breaking away when you're going outdoors. I mean, obviously, if you're going on a long hike, maybe like a multi-day camping trip, people need to know where you are. But not being, you know, that
Reachable.
isolation is very important. I think it's part of resetting, huh?
Yeah.
So you did hiking.
Yes.
I presumed you camped over.
Yes. So they put me through my paces actually with all the equipment they provided. My first task was to basically set up a tent. And it was absolutely brilliant because, you know, in the old days when I was a kid, not going to give my age away, but a long time ago when
Back
I was
in
a
the
kid, we had string, we had little things, and you had this like teepee tent type thing, and it just collapsed all the time,
Yes.
whatever. Nowadays, the technology is completely different. I put up a 6-man tent on my own, and we timed it was 1:36.
What?
done.
That's unbelievable. Okay. I didn't know
Because
it's that easy.
Literally, take it out the bag, put it on the ground sheet that you've already laid there. And then there were 4 posts that you basically just flip back, you extend them and click them and done and dusted. And there it is. And then you put, you know, the covering sail over the top, the waterproof sail, and then you peg all those things and boom, done and dusted.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it was absolutely incredible to see the sort of new technology and the little camp bed, super lightweight and very functional, extremely
It's
functional.
great to know it's that easy.
Nice. Yeah. So an impressive tent. Any other products that stood out to you on this trip?
Yeah. It was like what we used to call a Bunsen burner type thing, but it's this turbojet coffee maker vibe.
Okay.
It's got a little gas canister at the bottom, and then it's got this little funnel and thing on top. You turn it on, it clicks on, and then the gas comes on, and the thing sounds like a jet.
What?
It sounds like a jet. And like you sit there and you're like moments later, and I'm like, what could be 45 seconds? I don't know. Water's boiling.
Wow.
Ready for your cup of coffee. I mean,
Home.
I was just blown away by this situation. And
Yeah.
it's like no matches, nothing. You just click it, boom, done.
Are you a coffee lover?
Absolutely so.
Yeah. That's for me, it's the best
Yes.
thing about like camping in the outdoors is looking forward to that cup of coffee.
That cup of coffee, yeah. And especially if you want it now, you can get it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know, and then they have like these little wind covers so that the flame doesn't blow out. No, super, super, super practical stuff. And then the other thing that really, really impressed me, I actually saw it in their store and I was like, you got to pack one of those. I love sitting around a fire.
Yeah.
And just chucking more wood on there. The fire tells you stories if you stare into it long enough, and you bring out your guitar and you have a little jam and it's so much fun. So they've got this thing, it's a braai and a fire pit all in one, made from stainless steel. They developed it in-house.
Yeah.
And basically you pack your fire. The bottom part is designed and it's smokeless as well, not smokeless.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Smokeless.
Smokeless.
All right.
The way it's designed, the way it sucks the air through the whole system, it's smokeless. And so you have these two, I guess, round, how do I describe, cylinders almost.
Yes.
That fit on top of each other. So the bottom part is where you live, your fire lives.
Okay.
And like when you put those gas heaters on and they on for a long time, it starts glowing on the outside.
Yes.
It's got a similar effect like that. And then the top part, you have a grid on top, and you can you start the fire, it's ready, you cook your meat or whatever you want to cook on there. And when that's done, it turns into your fire pit.
Yes, that's amazing.
And it's smokeless. So if you keep if you keep the flames going, and it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, this thing, and it's portable. It comes, you stick it in a bag, zip it up, and boom, there you go.
Oh, I love that idea. And also because you said it was so cold. So, I mean, it's just ideal.
It was ideal. I absolutely loved it.
Okay.
You spoke about sitting around a campfire, grabbing the guitar. What's your go-to song?
Tune.
Yeah.
Gosh,
the instant crowd pleaser.
I got a bunch. I enjoy some U2, a good U2, and what is a really fun thing to do, some crowded house. But friends of ours that live close to us, we have a WhatsApp group, and the WhatsApp group's name's Friday Night Braais.
There we go.
Okay, and what Friday Night Braais is about is my mate Joe. He braais every Friday night.
Okay, every Friday.
So if you're part of the group, you just show up. You don't have to ask permission, and I think just show up. And I better come with my guitar. Because we eat, we maybe watch a bit of sport or whatever, but then the guitar comes out and everybody sits around and we pick songs that everyone knows, because this is it's not a show-off contest. It's a sing-along.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, when last did you really, really sing along with people? Maybe at school or whatever, So we pull out everything from crowd, like I said, U2, Crowded House, whatever. There's new stuff, Ed Sheeran stuff, whatever. Whatever comes up, we'll just jam through it.
Wow, love it.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
ABBA, there's lots of ABBA happening.
I don't know about the ABBA.
Because Joe's daughter loves ABBA. So, dancing, what is it? Dancing Queens, that's a favorite.
Around the fire.
As long as I jam, they sing it. Because it's a little high.
Just a little. Did you do any fishing? Yeah, trout fishing, I suppose.
Yes, I did, yeah. So the guys from Stream and Sea came out to come and help coach me. I've never done fly fishing. I've fished before, deep sea fishing and fishing off the rocks, that kind of thing. But I've never actually done fly fishing because it's got a bit of an art to it.
Yes.
And I must say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of the most relaxing things I think I've ever done. And we shot it, I think, towards the end of the afternoon the one day. And it was that classic, a river runs through it feeling. Like you flick the thing and then the sun catches the gut of the fishing gut. And it just does that little sparkle. And you think to yourself, my word, this feels like a movie. It's just so beautiful.
like a movie.
The eagle in the background.
Yeah. It literally was eagles in the background. It was stupid good.
So it's way less stressful than normal.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
fishing.
It's funny enough. I've seen a couple of guys like Jack Nicklaus, the famous golfer, and he said he absolutely loves fly fishing because it reminds him of golf. Like you have to be very patient. There's a certain technique to it.
It's like an art, even with the flies and everything.
Yeah. And the thing is, I was a complete rookie. And also the other thing, the other day I was in Franschhoek and I noticed there were some fishing rods from England and they're like $38,000 a fishing rod. And it's this thin little thing,
Yeah, no thank you.
I was like, I'll do the hire the equipment thing, but the thing is, it was incredible. I really enjoyed it.
Will you go again?
Definitely. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would.
Okay.
It kind of like, what it reminded me of? Things I get passionate about is things like coffee. And I want to know, where does the coffee come from? Why does it taste the way it tastes? The same with wine, or the same with how you pair food and stuff.
Yeah.
And this to me was also just one of those things where there's layers to it. It's not just an obvious thing you do once and you leave it. And, if you get into it, there's so many layers to it, what lures you use and the flies and whatever else. yeah, it was really fun.
Did anyone catch anything?
No one caught anything.
I wanted to ask if there was fish on the
Because we
braai.
were shooting a TV show. The fish knew that.
Okay, of course.
The
were
fish
just
always
shy.
know. They're like, oh my gosh, now I'm not doing this. I'm going to be in my trailer. No.
Yeah, but it's more about the experience anyway, I reckon.
Exactly.
What was on the braai? What was on the menu?
Steak.
There we go.
Yeah, no, it was wonderful. I
No,
enjoyed
that's good enough. That's perfect.
Carl's happy with that menu.
I like a piece of meat. No, we
Medium
right.
rare or
That's right, medium rare.
they're medium rare.
Good doctor's got to be able to bring it back
Fantastic. I like that.
because all the flavors there. You know what? One of my favorite ways of cooking. I do enjoy a little butter on there because I like to seal it crispy on the outside,
Yeah.
Okay.
but then quite medium rare and juicy on the inside.
Yes.
That's my jam. So there's a combination of having to let it rest and put it on, having to let it rest, put it on
Okay.
till you get to that sweet spot.
I suppose
Alright.
it's called Hier Sit Die Manne. So, asking
right.
what else was on the menu doesn't really
No,
matter.
there was a beautiful salsa. We ended up making a very
Okay,
nice salsa. Yeah.
good.
Bit of salsa
Wow.
on the side.
And a nice salad, like chicken.
Yeah, a bit of vin rouge. We had some nice red wine. So, stunner.
Were there any of the cooking or braaiing products that, except for that fantastic braai that you mentioned, that
Yeah, they had
That's
some
interesting.
spices there. They have quite a variety of spices and braai rubs and things like that. And we definitely tried them all, and they were very
awesome.
lekker, very tasty.
What lessons did you learn on this outdoor trip?
That one needs to get away. That you need to. There's an old Jewish concept of the Sabbath. You got to pick a day that you got to rest. Now, the thing about a Sabbath is this. This is the important bit. It's not doing nothing. It's not just not working. It's what they call heart rest. So you need to find something that makes your heart rest. Fly fishing, or sitting around a fire makes my heart rest, or playing my guitar with a group of people, hanging out, playing golf, that makes my heart rest.
surfing?
Surfing,
Yeah.
it makes my heart rest. And I'm an extrovert, so I'm having a group of mates. That makes my heart rest. Reading or whatever. It's just, it's so important. And I went, you got to be intentional, otherwise it doesn't happen. Because my life's busy, and if I don't fight for it, it just doesn't happen.
Do you try and put a day aside, or do you sort of take those breaks in between, the heart rest breaks?
Yeah, it's hard because I'm literally shooting a show right now, a narrative TV show. And because we need schools in the show, schools play a part of the story in hospitals, we've had to shoot over weekends.
Okay.
So you can't just go, okay, Sunday will
Yeah.
be it, or Saturday or whatever. I think we in a 7-day period, we try and go, okay, cool. We got to take a day somewhere and then try and fight for that day.
Yeah.
Even if it's an afternoon or something, but you got to take time out. So that's why massages are so great. You don't think about anything.
It's really good advice.
It's a simple concept, rest, but life teaches you to be productive, and you have to force yourself to take that rest. Life doesn't always teach you to rest. It's so important.
Yeah, and the pressure of needing to achieve, or the pressure of the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean like, ooh, everyone went to the party and I missed out. It's not that. It's the fear of going like, if I don't work hard right now and do these extra hours, then I'm not going to make the money. Then I'm not going to, do you know what I mean? It's just this massive knock-on effect.
Yeah, and did
so
I earn the rest? That's a big one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm a freelance performer. So while I'm resting, I'm going, nobody's harvesting right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it's always that feeling.
Yeah.
in the back of your
But you
mind.
fool yourself if you think you can just keep harvesting and never resting. I mean, even the concept of, 6 years of growth and let the land rest for a year, it heals better afterwards. And that's the deception of not resting, is that you think if I just keep going,
Sure.
I'm going to produce better fruit. No, you're not.
Wow.
Yeah, you
It's
need
a
to.
diminishing return.
Yeah, you need to stop to get some perspective.
Yeah,
It's very
that's not a reason to get out and
No.
go on adventure.
So yeah, it reminded me, to answer your question, it reminded me of that, of needing to get out, rest. Because here's the other thing, sorry that I'm going on about this, but I literally, when I stood on some of the lookout points, we went for a beautiful hike, and I looked at the mountains and I saw those eagles flying, and I looked at the fynbos and there were proteas over there, and I had the binoculars with me and I checked. I could feel my soul going, eating. It's soul food.
Yeah.
It literally was chawing.
Yes.
You
yes.
know, and there was a piece about me when I drove home, whereas when I got there, it's like, oh man, toll road, why is this like in front of me? And on the way home, it's like, dude, take a load off.
Yeah.
Calm down, slow this thing down.
Yes. Nature does tame the ego a bit, which is so important.
And then you're
especially in those
completely
moments.
full. Like you can go at it again at full speed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can metal to the ground.
So about this weekend, is there anything that you would have liked to add? Or
The
maybe
fish.
apart
Two
from
things:
that.
fish, fish and friends. The two Fs.
Oh, okay. Yes. Have
Fish
your
and-
people with you.
Fish
of
and
course.
friends. Yeah. No, sort of. I'm a like I said. I'm an extrovert. I get buzzed with people. You know, but I've learned to also spend some time by myself.
Yeah. And
good.
for a breakaway like this, how long would you say is the ideal time?
2 nights, 3 days.
Okay.
That's just me.
perfect.
You know,
Okay.
2 nights, 3 days.
That sounds right to me.
Look,
Makes sense.
Here's the truth about me, which I'm happy to say is like, if you offered me a spa treatment or a camp, I'm probably going to go spa treatment.
Okay,
then I'll
okay.
go camp, or maybe I'll camp first, then the spa
Okay.
treatment.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoy good smells. I enjoy
Yes.
the chill of that whole vibe. But honestly, I do. It's when I go camping. And I say this tongue in cheek, the level of suffering, in other words, you're outdoors, you have to blah, 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 is the perfect amount to kickstart your heart, to get you going back.
Okay.
You got to have a level of adventure. My wife and I, when we got married, we dubbed ourselves the adventurers. And the one thing about adventuring is it's never smooth sailing. There's all kinds of weather. If you're going to go and sail on the ocean for 6 months, you're literally going to experience pretty much every single weather condition. There's going to be great sunny days, windless. There's going to be horrible storms. There's going to be all kinds of things. It just is life. And I think with camping, it just puts you in touch with a little bit of that reality. And when you overcome, the joy that comes from that, it's money.
Yeah, and that's the memories. That's what you
100%,
look
yeah.
back to, is those things
Yeah.
that didn't go quite as planned.
That's what they say. Listen, I'm coming now from someone who has an almost 2-year-old at home, and I've been doing a lot of reading because I feel like I'm in the trenches at the moment, and the main thing everyone says is cherish this now. It's difficult, but you're going to look back on it and you're going to see it as a great moment of growth, and you're going to
Don't
actually
miss it,
miss
yeah.
those moments.
Don't miss the things that maybe can drive you up the wall.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
the funniest Instagram post a friend of mine sent literally today. It's this guy going, I got to go and pick up my little one at the creche today. I'm just asking, guys. This is not like I'm just asking. But is there like a boarding school for creche?
I saw that real
I can pick him up on weekends. Yeah, I'm just asking. No one judge me, but I'm just because I guess it can get nuts. The show I'm currently shooting is literally a show about forefathers and their families, and when the focus is on the dads and the dad's perspective.
Okay.
It's a narrative show and it's really cool. It's got 4 different dads with 4 different family situations and how they getting through it. In Afrikaans, it's called Beter as gister, better than yesterday.
Okay.
And the idea of the show is it's tough now,
Yeah.
but tomorrow's going to be better than yesterday. And so it's a beautiful show. It's coming out next year.
Oh, okay, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's for you, Carl. Just
I think
hold
so.
on.
Literally,
yeah.
Carl, it's for you.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay, I'm making a note.
It's the show for dads with 2-year-olds. And when those 2-year-olds become mouthy 11-year-olds, and then when they become know-it-all 18-year-olds, yep, it's all for you.
I don't think I'm ready yet for the teenager conversation.
And that's why you're getting it day by day.
Okay,
in bits.
where's the sweet spot? 5 to 10?
There's no sweet spot.
Oh,
Carl.
fantastic. Great.
Just so
This is
you know.
good.
And they never pay you back.
Hopefully in other ways. Frank, okay, so for anyone that's planning their own adventure, do you
Yes.
have any tips? How do you approach it usually?
I think do your research. Find out where it is, what are the facilities, because nothing is worse than when you get to a camp and you're just filled with surprises that are not good surprises, Read reviews, go and find out, Trouthaven, I literally can punt them because it's just one of the best locations in South Africa, let alone in the Western Cape.
Okay.
And they've got a fantastic team there and the most incredible site. So do your research, find out what have other people experienced there. Find out the road conditions. Do you need a 4x4 to get there? Can you just go in a regular car? Definitely do your research with weather and then go and visit Outdoor Warehouse. They literally will kit you out. I mean, they kit me out from head to toe, from beanies to shoes and everything in between. And then, their equipment is reliable and it's they've got an amazing variety of stuff. So I would say combine Outdoor Warehouse with your planning. And also, they've also got tons and tons of knowledge about where to camp.
That's the thing, yeah. The team can really help you with whatever issue.
They're a one-stop shop. They're a one-stop shop, and they've got fantastic stores. And you know what I loved about their whole system is all of their the people that I worked with and that I interviewed on the show, all of them are experts in the thing that they're trying to show you.
Yes.
And they send them on adventures. So it's not like they're coming there and they're just going, I was just looking for a job to make a buck and I know nothing about this tent, but hey, good luck to you, you know. They're passionate about it. They're like, dude, let me show you this. I was like, the tent sold. No, but you must see this one more thing, which I love. I love somebody rather just being so passionate about the stuff they do. And they go on training camps, all kinds of stuff. So
it's more than just knowledge for them. Like they own that equipment. So it's...
Yeah, it's definitely a passion. I always say go online and check out what there is because they've got a great online store. You can find everything there. But the best option is just to go to your closest store and chat to the guys and gals from Outdoor Warehouse.
And one of my favorite things I forgot to mention was I like a cold beer.
Okay.
Yes.
And emphasis on cold. Okay.
Yes.
It needs to be cold. And they have the Stanley Cup range.
Oh, yes.
That's incredible. And they have a Stein, a beer Stein, which is a beer mug, but in Stanley Cup form.
Yes, I've seen this.
Okay,
it's incredible.
have you?
Oh, yes.
So that beer stays cold.
Yeah, it's so
I bought
important.
my Friday Night Brass buddy one for his birthday. I bought him a...
did you?
And they do engravings, so Joseph Beker.
True. Daar staan Joseph Beker.
Moenie daai beker raak nie, dis Joseph Beker daai.
I
It's
love
this
that.
beautiful pint Stein,
Yes.
like beer Stein and that thing is like Stanley level cold.
The beer makes the eagles sound better, makes the braai
Everything.
look better, everything.
And if you sing with beer,
you're always on key, always on note with the
I know.
harmonies.
It's
I don't know
beautiful.
how, but yeah.
I mean,
it's
you
true.
can sing opera eventually with beer.
Definitely.
You can.
Yeah.
But it's nothing there. Okay. What is on your, can I say, bucket list, adventure-wise? What would you like to still go and try?
Gosh, I need to go and surf in Indonesia
Ooh.
for sure.
Of
Warm water.
course.
Or Fiji, any of those places, warm water and phenomenal waves. I would love to do that. Spend more time in something like the Alps, go and ski in the Alps. Or snowboard. I love snowboarding.
Okay.
So that would definitely be bucket list things as far as adventures are concerned. Yeah, I think that off the top of my head, I enjoy that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, out there and you know. For me, snowboarding feels like the same vibe as being at the beach in summer, but it's just in winter.
Okay.
So it's got that same feel, you know, at a nice ski station. It's just
So
so much,
no
such a
fear
joy.
of cold. Is it all just in the gear?
I hate getting cold,
okay.
but I don't mind being in the cold as long as I'm warm.
As long as you're warm. Okay.
So my experience of Cape Town is colder than Europe. Because we're not set up for dealing
so
with the cold.
true.
Our houses are freezing for about 2.5
Yes.
months.
Yes.
Especially in Cape Town. And when it rains, that wet just stays in your bones. Whereas in Europe, it's subtropical in the middle of -10 because they got central heating. And because I just don't know if it's like viable in South Africa for those, 5 or 6 or 10 weeks in the middle of the year where we're freezing in Cape Town. For the rest of the year, it's hot,
I've heard people say that actually.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to take a bit of power to stay warm indoors and
Well, that's the thing.
not too great with the electricity always.
Yeah, situation, yeah. No, but I mean, I lived in Europe for 3 years. I played rugby in France many moons ago, but it was -15 when I arrived.
Eesh.
And I trained outdoors. It was crazy in that kind of weather. But once you play and you start getting warm, it's like this weird thing. Your body just warms up insanely, like more than you think it would.
I always wonder how come they look so happy and fine with the cold over there. So I suppose you also just get used to it after a while.
and you wrap up. You know, you just warm. But honestly, you go into any store, you go into any house, and it's like 25 degrees Celsius. So you kind of feel like you're always warm. I don't mind the cold. I just don't like. Once I'm cold, my hands they turn like snow white.
Yeah.
And there's no blood in them, then I'm a miserable camper. So take warm clothes.
Okay.
So season 9 of Hier Sit Die Manne, am I correct?
We currently broadcasting is season 9.
Okay.
We shot that in May, and
All right.
we are about to start shooting in September. We start shooting season 10. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And you can catch that on VIA. Anything the listeners, anything in the season they can... Yeah, teasers, that's what I'm looking for. Let me try that again. Any teasers for the listeners?
We
to
got
look
some
out to?
amazing adventurers people who've climbed Everest and that sort of thing. It's always super interesting.
Okay.
We've got a few interesting sportsmen that have come on.
Yeah.
And I think that, like I said earlier, the general feel for the show is you're going to go away with something, because our aim is for you to go away with something that you might have not known before, or something that might just make... I like using the difference between the word inspire and aspire.
Okay.
Inspire can sometimes be sweet and saccharine. It's like, but aspire means I want to be like that guy. There's a difference. You know what I mean? There's a goal. There's like, I want to be that guy.
Yeah. Also gives you hope, like you can be like that guy. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to Hier Sit Die Manne, and also because it's sponsored by Outdoor Warehouse.
That's right. And there's plenty of dames as well, so don't worry.
Gear up with expert advice from real-world adventurers with the For Every Adventure podcast.
So what are your top 3 items to take outdoors?
They might not be the most glamorous items, but these are items I will definitely not leave without. One is that amazing, almost self-set-up tent.
Okay.
The other one is bed, because I hate sleeping on the floor.
Fair.
The little camp bed. And the other one is this incredible chair. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but it's almost like a throne.
All right.
It's one of those fold-up chairs that you sit next to the rugby or the cricket with. It's got cup holders. It's got a little table, and it has a recliner back with a little cushion. Are you kidding me?
Yes, please.
Sit next to the fire, have a little afternoon kip right in that chair. You just clink, 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 and you're back. So those are my top 3 items.
I thought it was going to be a toss-up between the Stanley for the beer and the coffee maker.
Yeah.
And the Stanley is the next on the list.
That's the next one.
Stanley's
Number
the next
4.
one on the list. Yeah, number 4 is on the list. But if I sleep bad, and if I have to sit on the ground, because my hips are dude's hips, I just don't like sitting on the ground. I always get stiff hip and stiff back and whatever. I'm going to be, no standing cup's going to make me happy.
Yeah.
But if I have those items, then the standing cup's next,
Oh, fantastic. Makes sense. I totally agree.
Yeah, chair sounds awesome. Frank, if you think back on your adventures in your lifetime, which stands out for you?
There's one that stands head and shoulders above the rest. And it's a friend of mine in Los Angeles. We lived in America for 13 years, and he has this company called Wilderness Collective.
Yeah.
And what they do is they do adventures for guys who work sort of in corporate jobs or whatever. And the adventure was you ride on like motorbikes, dirt bikes, from Sequoia Forest in California to Yosemite, the Yosemite Park.
Yeah.
It's about 450 odd miles, so just over 600 Ks around about there.
Okay.
It's 4 days of riding.
On a dirt bike.
On a dirt bike through the forests.
Goodness me.
And you've got a one-man tent on your back and all your stuff, no cell phones allowed. You only get given a pencil and a little booklet so you can write down what you've adventured and experienced. The caveat is they have a chef, like a proper chef that travels with you.
Okay.
So you ride hard in the day. There's no bath or nothing. You swim in the river if you want to wash. You adventure the living daylights out of everything. Those trees are so incredible. There was one tree, a redwood tree in the Sequoia Forest, where we were 14 grown men, arm to arm, and we just got around the tree.
14.
Insane.
14. Now you think of the circumference. There's one tree that they've cut a hole in, a little minibus can drive through.
No way.
You literally feel like an ant in the middle of this massive forest.
That sounds incredible.
No, it's the weirdest experience to be that small amongst these giant trees. But anyway, and then Yosemite is just absolutely breathtaking. So yeah, that was the adventure. And right at the end, you get a cigar. So you smoke a cigar while you check out Yosemite. It's money.
I'm immediately thinking of the dangers. Like, what were you looking out for? Bears or
don't fall. Don't fall off your bike.
Okay, number one.
There was speed, yeah, and then whatever wild animals there are. Bears, we had plans, contingency plans.
Okay.
Just open the throttle and ride as hard as you can. But yeah, no, we just had such a joy there. In the middle of the day, you stop somewhere. If there's a river, we all plunge in the river and whatever. But also at night, the storytelling came out, sitting under the stars. It was just, it was ridiculous. I met some really cool guys on the trip as well. So
adventure of a lifetime.
Yeah.
You're on the website. It says, return covered in dust with your soul full, which is...
And their motto is wilderness makes you better.
Okay.
And it's true, man.
At the risk of embarrassing myself for the largest portion of my life, I thought it was Yosemite, not Yosemite.
Oh, Yosemite.
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of tricky words that are Spanish words, but or Native American words that you think, Like there's this road in America that Lee and I called Sepulveda because it's spelled like that, but it's actually Sepulveda.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Sepulveda, like, what? And then there's La Singa, but it's actually La Cienega because it's Spanish. La Cienega, I had to go there. So, yeah, there's a lot of tricky words.
Yeah. I'll own this one. I'll stick with Yosemite, I think. No.
Yosemite, what's that? Like a Marmite? Is it a spread on your bread?
Is it from Australia?
Yeah. Is it Australian, mate? Sounds like Vegemite.
What a fun episode, Chanel. I mentioned it now at the end of the interview, but I do feel inspired. Can't wait to see Hier Sit Die Manne and the new show that we spoke about, specifically for the dads. Looking really forward to that. It was a fun one.
Kyle, you look amped to go on this adventure. I think with everything Frank said there, you're in for it, right?
Yes, I am ready. I am ready.
Then we hope this inspired you to get out there and go on that next adventure.
Yes, catch us on Spotify, on Apple, and on Outdoor Warehouses. Go to the website, outdoorwarehouse.co.za. There's a podcast word you can click, a link there, and you can also catch us there.
Explore with confidence with expert tips and tricks brought to you by the For Every Adventure podcast.